once again throwing out my planned video for this week because another one of Posey's videos just made my brain go like, you know? So, one of the things that Posey's been saying in all of the TikToks that they've been posting about through their journey of working on the current album they are, has been about being vulnerable and honest in your art, and that is how you connect with people, and that is something that really resonates, right? But being vulnerable isn't easy, sometimes not even with yourself, especially if you are a reserved person or you come from a culture of reservation, not so much repression, but reservation. Like, you show your feelings, you show your care, concern for people through actions. It's a very Asian thing that I know a lot of people find, that you show your concern through small things, small gestures. And that is the type of culture I have been raised in. So to be honest in words, to be vulnerable in words, even when I get it down on paper, it's not so easy to then share that with someone, because it's like letting them see your insides. And what if judgment comes out? What if they see your insides and they don't care for it? So being vulnerable, being open is not easy. I find it personally easier to share my fiction over my poetry because of this reason. Like, even in my fiction, there is authenticity in certain parts of it, some thread of my truth in those stories that it's easier to share. But my poetry, God, being that vulnerable, being that blunt, in metaphor or in just blunt words, it's not as easy, because if I'm sharing a fiction, I can say, hey, this is how the character feels, even if the truth is somewhere in between. I'm using that character as a mouthpiece for my own whatever, my own truths, right? But I am trying to get past that block and being vulnerable and being authentic and being honest in my work, in my fiction. I am taking that step to make submissions of fiction and non-fiction alike to literary magazines. I am not been published in so many things, but I have a piece in Mahogany Journal, a Singapore literary magazine, that is very honest, very me, a piece of my history in a semi-prose non-fiction style, a page of things that are free to read on my blog, and on my Ko-fi. And I'm taking that step to being vulnerable and allowing glimpses of myself through my poetry and through my fiction, and God, and being honest and vulnerable on this page in a lot of ways as well, whether it is through meme posts or through talking like this or through snippets of my poetry on this channel. And I hope it gets easier with time, but I will say that it has been met with a lot of grace and a lot of understanding, and the sense of seeing myself or seeing other people when they connect with something that I've shared and they go, hey, I see me in this piece as well, is something I wouldn't change for the world. And it makes then being vulnerable again a little easier each time. So to everybody who's ever read anything I've written, thank you, and thank you for seeing me, and I hope you keep seeing me.